This afternoon, we're honored to be joined for this proclamation by Commander Alvarez and members of the Commission on Veterans Affairs. Is Bill Gray here? Did you get here yet? Okay. Oh, Bill, there you are. Come on down. The former chair of the Commission on Veterans Affairs and a Vietnam vet. Thank you for being here today with us. We also have members of the Army of the Republic of Vietnam, and we have Dale Tibbetts here from the County Exec's office, and Ms. Richardson, who has a presentation from Senator Van Hollen, is with us as well. May is Military Appreciation Month, and it's fitting that we take the time today to honor one of our hometown heroes and a national hero, Navy Commander Everett Alvarez, Jr. Commander Alvarez was the first American aviator taken captive in Vietnam after being shot down near Hanoi and remained in captivity for more than 8.5 years, the second longest held U.S. prisoner of war in U.S. history. Throughout his captivity, he remained loyal to the United States and assisted other American POWs. For his bravery in the face of adversity and his sacrifices to our nation, he has been honored with countless military and civilian awards, including the Congressional Gold Medal, the oldest and highest civilian award in the United States. But of course, we couldn't let you go home without a proclamation from the County Council in Montgomery County, where you live, and that's why we're here today. Commander Alvarez represents the very best of the American spirit. He is the grandson of Mexican immigrants, completed multiple higher education degrees, including a Juris Doctorate from George Washington School of Law, and continued a long legacy of public service following his distinguished military career. We are honored to recognize him for his heroism and bravery while serving in the U.S. Navy, and we are forever grateful for his service. We will continue to uphold his legacy by pursuing the ideals of liberty that you fought to preserve in our nation. Thank you to the Commander for everything you have done for our country, and to your wife, Tammy. Thank you for everything you've done for our local community, and to all Montgomery County veterans for their contributions and sacrifices to keep our country safe. Now I'm going to turn it over to Dale Tibbetts from the County Exec's office.
Thank you. Thank you. And on behalf of County Executive Mark Elridge, he extends his apologies and congratulations to the commander for he is unable to be here today, but recognizes and wishes to honor and celebrate Commander Alvarez's long history of public service. You heard about his harrowing days as a prisoner of war, but he continued his public service after that as Deputy Administrator of Veterans, Deputy Director of the Peace Corps, Deputy Administrator of the Veterans Administration, and for a short period was the Acting Director of the VA. And he helped establish some vet centers, one of which is located here in Montgomery County. So in addition to all of his service that he's most famous for, it's that continuing service that we also appreciate. And I'd like to ask the members of the People's, the Vietnam People's Army, please, please stand up just to be recognized, and thank you very much for attending. Thank you. And I'll turn it over to Bill Gray with the Veterans Commission.
Thank you, Dale. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Commander. And I'd like to say welcome home to you.
Thank you.
Vietnam vets frequently say welcome home to another Vietnam vet because coming home, the American public did not give us a welcome. And so I've met the commander in the past. I've said welcome home to him, but as far as I'm concerned, that never gets old. So particularly, it's I had some words I was going to say that were just spoken, so I need to pick and choose here. But it's it's particularly poignant today for me to say welcome home to you, Commander, because you were the first American aviator to be shot down and captured, and you were the second longest POW held in Hualo. And it was a prison camp built by the French in Hanoi and dates back to 1886 to 1889. And that's when Vietnam was still part of French Indochina. Everett Alvarez was a 26-year-old Navy pilot based on a USS Constellation aircraft carrier in South China Sea. And on August 5th, 1964, he was shot down. He was a lieutenant junior grade, and for those of us who were in the Army, Air Force, and Marines, that would be a first lieutenant. I was the first chair of the Montgomery County Commission on Veterans Affairs, and over time, we've had the commander come and talk to us at least a couple of times to our meeting. And I was an infantry lieutenant in Vietnam Army, and I was there from November 68 to May of 69. And I was wounded in my leg, and I was able to come home after that, and I still had about 5 months left to go. But I did some number crunching, and in the end of 69, when I got out, the commander was about halfway through his imprisonment, and you had no idea how long you were going to be there. But welcome home again. It's been documented that there are about 766 prisoners of war held in Vietnam, and you and your brothers languished in horrible conditions. But you made it through, and that translates to 3,113 days of captivity. And it's been said, Commander Alvarez has said that he survived imprisonment primarily to his faith in God and the mutual support of the other prisoners who communicated with each other by tapping on the walls of their cells. So, and you were released February 12th, 1973. So, thank you again. Welcome home.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. We'll quickly have words from Councilmember Katz, and then we'll hear from Senator Van Hollen's office.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Sir, I am truly honored to be standing with you, and I think others will stand at the end of this to give you applause. I was not in Vietnam. My oldest brother was. He was in the Mekong Delta. He was a first lieutenant, Trung Huy, and he did get a Bronze Star. Thank God he didn't get a purple one. But the going through that time, when we stopped and think, my family, it was the early 70s, my family really realized that you can't take life for granted. And sir, the fact that you have done what you have done, they named a post office after him. I mean, it's as impressive as we can have, and he is a Montgomery County person. We all need to be so very, very proud and thankful for all that you do, and your wife as well. Thank you very much.
Ms. Richardson from Senator Van Hollen's office.
Good afternoon, sir. On behalf of the Senator and our entire office, this citation is presented to you. On a personal note, as a current service member, I thank you for your dedication and sacrifice to our country and paving the way for veterans and current service members like myself. This citation is presented to Mr. Everett Alvarez, Jr. in recognition of you being awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. With gratitude of your heroism, sacrifice, and service to our nation, and with appreciation for your enduring contributions to the community and tireless advocacy on behalf of the veterans, including your key roles in the Department of the Veterans Affairs and the Peace Corps, and with sincerest congratulations on the well-deserved honor, signed, U.S. Senator Christopher Van Hollen.
Now, Commander, would you like to say a few words?
Please.
I can hold that.
Well, let me first say thank you to everyone, to the council
for arranging this event and inviting me to be here, my wife and I, Tammy. I want to acknowledge the presence of the Vietnamese veteran that are here today. If you look at them, you will say that we're probably all of the same vintage. Yeah. And that's remarkable that I didn't realize there were that many of my age counterparts here. So I wanted to acknowledge that. Thank you for the very kind words, sir, that you had. We have lived in Rockville, Potomac, for, it'll be 50 years it'll be 49 years this year, 50 years next year. And in that period of time, this is the first time we've ever been in this room right here. So thank you for the opportunity to have that. My wife and I have found this, our community to be a great place. It's a great place to raise our children. Our children went through all from kindergarten all the way through when they left to go to universities and here. So our experience has been wonderful. And I want to thank Senator Van Hollen's office for his certificate and proclamation. Please give Chris our best regards. He's been a friend for many years. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you. And now, Councilmember. Now, to be real official, we actually have to read the proclamation. So, whereas retired Navy Commander Everett Alvarez Jr., a distinguished Vietnam War veteran and a former prisoner of war for 8 years and 7 months, has been selected to receive the prestigious Congressional Gold Medal in recognition of his exceptional service to the United States, and
whereas this award is one of the highest civilian honors in the United States, presented to individuals whose contributions to the nation have been extraordinary, and
whereas Secretary of the Navy Carlos Del Toro has announced the future naming of the guided missile frigate after Commander Everett Alvarez, and
And whereas his capture and time in captivity became emblematic of the sacrifices made by POWs, and his perseverance and courage in the face of adversity continue to inspire veterans and civilians alike, and
whereas Commander Alvarez holds numerous military decorations, including the Silver Star, 2 Legions of Merit, the Distinguished Flying Cross, 2 Bronze Stars, and 2 Purple Hearts, and
whereas following his distinguished military career, he served as Deputy Director of the Peace Corps, Deputy Administrator of the Veterans Administration, helping pioneer vet centers for combat veterans, including one in Silver Spring, Maryland, Vice President for the Government Services with the Hospital Corporation of America, and is a former member and chair of the Uniformed Services University Board of Regents, and
whereas in recognition of the lifetime achievements, the U.S. Congress honored him in 2000 by naming a post office in Rockville, Maryland, after him. And in 2008, he was celebrated as one of the 25 greatest public servants of the past 25 years by the Council for Excellence in Government, and
whereas Commander Alvarez and his wife, Tammy, have made Rockville, Maryland their home since 1976, contributing immensely to the local community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Executive, Mark Elridge, and the entire Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby honor and celebrate Commander Everett Alvarez Jr. for his outstanding achievements and sacrifices as a true American hero whose legacy will continue to inspire generations. Thank you very much. And Tammy, you want to come down for some pictures?